You wake up with a feeling that isn't yours. It's heavy, sharp, unfamiliar. For a moment you assume it's anxiety, just another bad morning. Then you look at the person sleeping next to you, and when they get up and leave the room, the feeling disappears with them. This is the day after, the day you can feel other people's emotions. At first, it's subtle. A strange pressure in your chest when someone nearby is sad. A warmth spreading through you when a stranger smiles, even if they don't really mean it. A sudden, chilling unease with no visible cause. People describe it differently, but everyone agrees on one thing. This isn't empathy. It's not imagining what someone else feels. It's direct. It's a broadcast. Almost overnight, crowds become overwhelming. A trip to the grocery store feels like standing inside a storm of unfinished thoughts and quiet desperation. A train station hums with a deafening chorus of impatience, exhaustion, resentment, and a fragile, desperate hope all at once. Some people find they can't breathe in public anymore. The sheer volume of feeling is suffocating. Others stop leaving their homes entirely. The world is just too loud, and lies become physically painful. Not emotionally. Physically, when someone says, "I'm fine," while their heart is breaking, it sends a sharp, electric pulse through everyone listening. Simple politeness, the little white lies we tell to smooth over social interactions, now hurts. Silence becomes the safest space. Children struggle the most. They feel fear before it's ever explained to them. They feel anger before it's expressed. They feel disappointment before they even have a name for it. They cry more, not because they are sad, but because the world is. Arguments don't escalate anymore, they just collapse. The moment a spark of anger appears, both sides feel its full intensity equally. There's no advantage in shouting when the other person feels every spike of your rage as if it were their own. Conflict loses its momentum, but that doesn't mean the discomfort disappears. In fact, it multiplies. People are now forced to carry emotions they never consented to. You feel the crushing grief from a stranger on the bus, the burning shame from someone you've never even met, the deep aching regret from a person sitting 3 seats away in a cafe. The human mind wasn't built to host this many lives at once. Suddenly privacy becomes the most valuable resource in the world. But not privacy of information, privacy of emotion. People start avoiding eye contact. They avoid crowds. They avoid each other not out of hatred, but out of mercy. It's a shared act of kindness to give each other space to breathe. Then something unexpected happens. People start telling the truth, not because they've become more virtuous, but because hiding it feels so much worse. The strain of faking it is unbearable. I'm lonely, I'm scared. I have no idea what I'm doing with my life. The words don't shock anyone. Everyone listening already felt them. They were just waiting for them to be said. Social media collapses almost instantly. The entire ecosystem of curated happiness can't survive real emotional feedback. A beautiful smiling vacation photo now floods your feed with the quiet despair and insecurity behind the pose. People stop posting, then they stop scrolling. Then, finally, they stop comparing. The justice system is completely upended. Punishment loses its meaning when the guilt of the perpetrator is fully, viscerally shared by the judge, the jury, the entire courtroom. Courts begin asking a different question. Not what did you do, but do you feel what you caused? And some people feel nothing for the first time. That absence isn't just a psychological curiosity. It's a deafening silence. It's a void. Psychopaths are identified instantly, not by their actions, but by the chilling emotional emptiness that surrounds them. They are no longer misunderstood. They are unmistakable. Love changes too. Romance becomes terrifying. There is no mystery anymore. No guessing games. No wondering if the feeling is mutual. Desire, insecurity, deep attachment, creeping boredom, it's all laid bare, all at once, in real time. Some relationships deepen into something profound overnight. Others simply end without a word, the emotional truth finally becoming too loud to ignore. Then comes the strangest shift of all. People begin to feel emotions with no discernible source. A wave of grief with no nearby more. A surge of fear with no visible danger. A sudden, inexplicable joy with no apparent reason. It takes time for us to realize the truth. We are no longer just feeling the people around us. We are feeling humanity itself. Every suppressed emotion, every unprocessed trauma, every ignored injustice from history has been waiting somewhere in the collective consciousness. And now, there is nowhere left for it to hide. The entire planet feels heavy. Not physically, emotionally. It's as if the weight of all our history finally has a voice. People stop asking how to turn it off. The question changes. It becomes, what are we supposed to do with all of this? And the answer comes quietly, not in a voice, but in a feeling. Care. We are supposed to care. Not as a moral idea, but as a basic necessity for survival. Hurting someone now hurts everyone. Neglect spreads pain like radiation through the collective. Kindness is no longer a choice. It's a structural requirement for a functional world. Small actions start to matter again, in a tangible way. Truly listening to someone literally lightens the air in a room. A sincere apology reduces a palpable pressure. Forgiveness feels like releasing a tension that everyone was holding. Something ancient begins to surface. A memory older than language. A time when our survival depended on feeling the group, on being attuned to the whole. a time when separation meant death. It turns out humanity didn't evolve past that deep emotional connection. We just forgot it. And now, forgetting is no longer an option. The world doesn't become peaceful overnight, but it becomes honest, and for the first time in a very long time, honesty feels survivable. You still feel pain, of course, so much pain, but it no longer feels pointless, because you know, with absolute certainty, that someone else feels it too. And in the quiet moments, when the storm of emotions finally settles, you realize something profoundly unsettling. You were never meant to feel alone, you just learned how. The day after you can feel other people's emotions is the day isolation ends. Not because everyone agrees, but because no one can ever suffer unseen again. If this idea stayed with you, there are more realities waiting. This is the day after. Until next time, pay attention to what you feel. It might not be yours alone. Thanks for watching.